Gotta clean my room so it looks kind of presentable. Oh, my nice clean bed? Yes, I just exist like this. It always looks like that. Thank you for asking. This is going to be the first video in a series of videos. I don't know. I don't have a name for it yet, but I'm sure Future Jesse, that's the fucking Future Jesse's problem. You deal with it, not me. I thought I might as well do a series of videos that is just about trans stuff, queer stuff, you know, to answer questions that people have, and also so I can just talk about my dumb bullshit. I thought making it its own separate series. I thought making it. No, my cat keeps making this. I thought making it its own. Oh, Khaleesi. Hi, baby. I'm gonna have to take this collar off of you because it's making jingle jangles. Oh, you're just gonna sharpen your claws on that loud material, huh? That's great. That's great for my audio quality. Don't mind me. Just keep doing it. I'm waiting. We're all waiting for you to just make as much noise as possible, you little dummy. Yeah, well, she's here. Hello. Oh, thank you. This is great. You want to say hi, baby? You want to say hi to all those people? Oh, yes, I love you too. This is my cat, Khaleesi. She's, how old are you? 3 or 4? She's a little shit, and I love her. Okay, you go. Just go. What was I even fucking saying? I thought separating it into its own category of videos would help people be able to find it easier in the future if they were like, oh, hey, I want to see that episode on when Jesse talks about what it's like to have a penis, or the one where he's like, oh, this is what pansexual means to me, whatever the fuck. I don't know what the subjects of the video are going to be. Video series. Can you tell I don't script my anything? I have notes, and this is all I have, is just little fucking, what are they called? Dots? Khaleesi, you're making so much noise. Yeah, I know you can make bread. That's very impressive. Please stop. Every once in a while, she's like, Father, I can make bread. Oh, look at me. Khaleesi also has a thick male Russian accent. I don't. It's a long story. Anyway, the first video in this series is going to be about the differences that I have found existing, identifying as female in the world, or living as male. Now, this is a very personal thing. I can only speak to my own experience. Obviously, every trans person's life and fucking everything else in their existence is going to be different. You know, the people you interact with, the culture, wherever you are in the world is going to be a different experience. But this is just what I have experienced, and let's dive in. I'm gonna have to take that away from you. I'm taking this away, and you can have it back when I'm done filming my video. A lot of these things I couldn't have guessed would happen, even though logically I could have guessed. I didn't think anything was going to change that drastically in which people interact with me. But a cool one is I don't have to be scared walking down the street at night or during the day, which is crazy. Identifying as female, I would just be like looking over my shoulder constantly, whether it was like broad daylight or night or midday, whatever time. I was just like paranoid all the fucking time, because weird dudes just come up and start talking to you. They just come up and start talking to you, or they start flirting with you. It's awful. It happens in the supermarket. It happens on the street. It happens like fucking everywhere. And now it doesn't happen anymore. And it's fantastic, which is a plus. But I also gained a minus because I have to be very careful about spatial awareness now. Before, I could just walk down the streets and like not give a shit and not think about like where I am spatially in relation to another person. But now, something I've noticed, I noticed in the moment, which was terrifying, I will just like be walking too close to a woman, you know, on the street, on the sidewalk. If I'm like behind her, I'm not paying attention, and I was just like this close to her, just walking behind her, and I realized it in the moment. I was like, oh, this is creepy. This is bad. She probably thinks I'm like fucking stalking her or something. So I slowed down and I took like, I stayed like 8 or 9 steps behind her, and it was very awkward the first time it happened. And now I'm more aware of this that I did not realize thing. But yeah, I don't want to look like a creep, so I need to keep a good distance from people. People also interrupt me less, which is dope. And I'm able to like use that to my advantage of, you know, like if it's something that like culturally happens and we aren't aware of it until we become aware of it. But women in society get interrupted like constantly, and dudes speak over them and like take their ideas and stuff, which has happened to me a million times before. But now, like, it's so good. Like, you can see their face light up. If you just like let a woman talk, it's fucking great. They're like so excited. It's crazy that that's like a thing. But yeah, no, if you just are talking to a woman and you just like don't interrupt her and just like let her talk and like ask questions about what she's saying instead of like waiting for your opportunity to next speak, which is something I had to work on because I realized that I was kind of doing that. And once I realized that I was interrupting people, I just like let it go, and like, you know, they're talking about something they're passionate about or like an idea, and I'm like, oh cool, tell me more about that. And they are so fucking stoked to just talk. It's great because like they don't get that opportunity a lot, and they don't even realize it, maybe. Because I would like feel bad in conversations, and it wasn't until someone pointed out, hey, he was interrupting you a lot, that I realized like, oh shit, like that's what it was. And now I can become more aware of it and help to balance out the universe a little. Like if someone was talking and then another person starts talking, I'm like, oh hey, what was that thing you were going to say before? And they're just, the look of relief is just like so worth it to me. Like obviously it's worth it to them, but to me it's just like, I just love making people feel good, make people happy, and that's just like, that's great. I just moved from Brooklyn, but when I was there, I would get on the train, which is a subway for those of you who are like a train, like a choo-choo train, like going through New York. No, subways are called trains. There's like the J train, the F train, the D. And you get on, and usually the seats are reserved for like women and children and like elderly people. And I realized it sucks because I have a fainting condition, so I legit need to sit sometimes. But like people will like look at me in order sometimes, like, you know, if I feel bad if someone is sitting next to me and a woman gets on, and he will stand up and give her the seat. And then if another woman gets on, I'm like, oh shit, I have to stand up, because they don't know I have a fainting condition, and they also don't know I was, you know, so I'll stand up and just let them have the seat. And I'm like, my legs are like weak, and I'm like, oh no. Honestly, if I needed the seat like that badly, I would say, hey, I gotta, you know, but I didn't. I feel like I should. I've sat. It's my time to let them sit. I get advantages in like fucking everything else, so like I don't really care. You take the seat, I don't have to worry about weird people flirting with me. That's a good trade. I've noticed since my transition, I don't know what it is about me, but guys are like super pumped about the idea of just being very openly sexist to me. Like they'll just like start talking about this like weird shit. I don't know if I just have a trusting face, but they will just start word vomiting like horrible shit at me and be like, right bro? And I'm like, what's happening? Am I being trusted with locker room talk? Is that what's happening? Is this locker room talk? It's gross. But I love to just like flip it on its head. Like if a dude is talking to me and he's like, he says something like weirdly gross, and he's like, yeah, right? And I'm like, what do you mean? And then just like scrambling to be like, well, I mean, you know, like, you know, and I'm like, can you explain it to me? Like I'm this like freshly hatched boy, which I kind of am. Explain to me what you were saying about her breasts. I'm gonna take notes. Thoughts? And that's spelled with an O-T? Okay. Here we go. Not having periods anymore is fucking dope. I don't know if I can accurately describe what it's like to have a horrible thing for years and years and years that serves no purpose because you ain't having fucking babies. You ain't fucking having babies. And you just have this extreme pain and awful thing that happens once a month for, you know, most of your adult life that you have existed now. And for them to just not be a thing anymore, it is chef's kiss delicious. Because I also had endometriosis, so like I was basically out of commission for like, they had to put me on this certain type of birth control where I would have a period once every 3 months, because when I was on it, it was just like, it was literally like I had daggers in my stomach. The pain was so severe that they had me on these very intense painkillers once every 3 months. And it sucked. I couldn't go to school. I couldn't go to work. I was basically just bedridden for like a week every 3 months. It was some of the worst pain I've experienced in my life, and I had to go through it once every 3 months. And I couldn't get a hysterectomy because like you take that shit out, and my doctor was like, your bones are gonna die. Your bones will just be so brittle, and you'll collapse, and you will not be a functional person. You'll just be a mass of bones that are broke, just a fleshy, do you know the Pokemon Muck? But now that I'm getting T in my body instead of E, hey, I will eventually be able to have a hysterectomy when I have bottom surgery and I get my dick looking more like a cis dick, which is not for everyone, but it's something I want, so I will be doing that eventually. And then I'll take care of the gross shit that's not supposed to be there. So yeah, not having periods, great. Because also there's a point where you're on T and you're waiting for the periods to go away. And that's fun because I had a dick and was on my period. It's as bad as you think it is. It was weird. Just a weird bad thing to have blood all over your dick. It's not good. Didn't like it. Don't care for it. Oh, you know what is great now is when your dick is that small, it's basically my dick is the size of like, oh god, how big is it? It's getting bigger every month, which is I'm not looking so that I can just like be surprised. Like, whoa. I look one day and it's like, you know, half of whatever. I don't know math or basic logic, so I can't tell you exactly how big it is. I'll take a picture next to a Comcast remote and it'll but anyway, when your dick is that small and you have to sit to pee, you sometimes you just smash it. You just smash your dick. And it hurts real bad. I would not recommend that either. Because when you're hard and you sit down, I don't know if this happens with cis dudes, but when you're hard and you sit down, it just swoosh, just smoosh. Smush, smush. Don't like it. I don't like my dick being smushed in that way, you know. I'm all for a good dick smushing, but usually it's like someone else smushing it in a sexy way. I don't know where I was going with this. No dick smushing before marriage. It's a sin. I'm saving myself. I've never had sex even once in my life. As far as dating goes, I am polyamorous and pansexual, which means I'm a big slut. No. So polyamorous means that I have multiple partners. I'm not like chained down to, you know, monogamous is the opposite. As far as I know, I'm just defining things. I hope it's the right definition. You can Google it. You have Google. It's fine. And pan means I am attracted to whoever's cute. That'll be a separate video because some people don't actually know that I'm pan. And that's fine because I didn't know either until I transitioned. But that's a subject for another video. It's, you know, very common actually for trans people to, once they become more comfortable with themselves, realize that they're attracted to more, you know, types of people than they thought. Because it makes sense, you know, if you're not comfortable in your body, how can you know who you are attracted to? But yeah, I could talk more about that. That'll be a separate video. But, right. So dating wise, I've noticed that like, people after my transition, they tend to want me to be more of the dominant role, you know, not just sexually, but like also romantically, which is fine. I mean, I'm kind of switchy, but like, you know, it's something that I wasn't able to experience growing up or as a teenager or anything. So like, I'm fine, you know, with people assuming things about me based on the fact that I'm a dude, you know, like I'll take it. Hell yeah. Maybe not forever, but now it's cool. And it's nice because I've been able to take that as an opportunity to do things that I wasn't able to experience before. For example, being raised female, I was the one who received flowers or was taken out on dates to dinner and stuff like that. And now I get my partner's flowers, and that's dope. You know, it feels good to like, you know, do something that I wasn't able to do before. I mean, I could have gotten previous partners flowers before. It's not like, but it's like a culturally kind of gendered thing where I didn't think to do it, you know, because we're raised a certain way, and it's like, oh, dude gets the girl flowers, you know, whatever. It's a great Marge Simpson, huh? Homie. You should hear Jax Blade's fucking Marge Simpson impression. It haunts me. It haunts me. I've also had to rewire my brain a little bit when it comes to like cursing and also like attraction. Because before, if I see an attractive woman on the street who is, you know, I am assuming is identifying as lesbian, I don't know. But like back in the day, my gaydar was like on point. Now it's all over the place. I guess I lost that ability, huh? When I traded in my card, got my man card, traded in the lesbian card. Now it's like, hey, you got a dick, but also you can't tell if anyone else is gay. So good luck with that. And we're taking back our toaster that you got with your membership. I really like that toaster. But yeah, if I see someone on the street, I'm like, oh, hey, I'm in the previous brain in my previous life. I could just go up and start talking to her and flirt. But now, as a dude, nope, I don't think she's interested in me anymore. And also, it is just stronger and a little more aggressive if a dude starts flirting with you versus a chick. You know, it's like that classic meme. I forget. There's different iterations of it where it's like a random dude compliments me. It's like, I'll kill you. A random girl compliments me. You're a sweet angel, and, you know, I will die for you. Things that I do and say have a different meaning now. It's a different context, and I have to be aware of that. Like saying bitch. I don't say bitch anymore because like it just feels wrong for me to say it. I don't know. Like it feels like it's not my word anymore. I don't know. It comes off more aggressive and stronger, you know, especially if I'm like yelling it or something, you know. So I don't use those kind of thingies anymore, you know. It just feels weird. But I gained a word because now I'm a dude that sleeps with dudes, so I can use the F slur, but I don't wanna. But just knowing I have the power to use it is fun, even though I'll probably never use it. Because also that's a word that has like a strong, you know, you don't want to use it around the wrong type of people who it might have been used violently against, you know. So I can use it, but I won't. So maybe I'm just keeping it in the back for a rainy day. It's like a nice bottle of wine that is made of words. But yeah, I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff, but I feel like that's a good point to stop when I've run out of ideas and my notes are done. So that's usually when I stop recording the video. Nope, you're not done talking, you dummy. You forgot to talk about something else that is kind of important, which is realizing how much cheaper it is to be a man than a woman. Yes, I know I got a haircut in between filming this thing. Just like I have important things to talk about. It is so much cheaper to live as male than female. Like everything is so much cheaper, and I didn't realize it until after, you know, obviously I had gone through the transition and I started noticing things that I didn't before. Clothes, underwear, socks, everything is it's just so much cheaper for me to get things now. You don't have to spend money on bras or things involving periods at all, which is huge. Toilet paper, you don't think about it, but if we're going by assigned male at birth and assigned female at birth people, assigned male at birth get to just pee for free. Like, you don't fucking think about that. Like, I had to think about that now. My dick isn't hooked up to my urinary tract yet, but like once it is, I can just pee for free. It's free to pee. Assigned female at birth people have to pay for toilet paper, and they use it no matter if they go number 1 or number 2. Once my dick is hooked up, all I have to do to like pee is pee. I just have to pee. It just pee. When I poop, I'll have to use toilet paper. But like, other than that, like it cuts down on like literally half. You just assigned male at birth people like half the cost to go to the bathroom. That sucks. What the fuck? That's insane. Haircuts are like half the cost. And what I mean by that is like, oh, you have short hair. No. When I had short hair before I transitioned, I would still have to pay anywhere from $35 to $45 because it was technically a women's haircut. My hair is the same length now, but now that I've transitioned, my haircuts cost like $15. I got this fade yesterday for $15. This would have cost me twice as much pre-transition. What? Why? What? Female versus male versions of soap. Now, I haven't done my research on this, so I can't speak to it right now, but I am remembering that like at least I can speak on that the male versions of soaps and stuff are like fucking boring ass. Like Old Spice is trying to do something different, which is great. They're introducing like fucking, I don't know, Old Spice says panther fuck and like mountain jizz. You know, it's like they're doing like exciting flavors of soap because when I go in the soap aisle, the dude soaps are all just like, it's unscented or like creek or mountain or, you know, female branded soaps get like, they got fucking like pumpkin spice and like floral shit. And that's dope. I use pumpkin spice. I use Bath and Body Works pumpkin spice soap, bath gel, whatever it's technically called, because it smells good. And I like smelling like a basic ass. I like pumpkin spice. Okay. Cringe culture is over. Let's just enjoy what we like. Okay. I really like native deodorant because it doesn't have like the chemicals and like bullshit in it that give you cancer or whatever. Just Google it. I'm probably saying it wrong. It's clean shit. But the main issue I have with them is that they gender their deodorants for no fucking reason. They're like, oh, these are the man deodorants and these are the female deodorants. And it's like, why don't you just list the deodorants? As a dude, I shouldn't feel shamed for ordering from the female side because they have pumpkin spice, and on the dude side you have like boring ass shit. And they're not even that boring. The issue is just like, why needlessly gender the deodorants? Why not just have the deodorants? Because like I've lived as female and have like experienced life and like, you know, I have a confidence and oh holy shit, hi, and I'm able to deal with my shit. But I can only imagine how like, you know, a dude might feel shamed from ordering from the other side, and that's silly. Oh, it's so silly. It's silly, isn't it, Khaleesi? You're a baby. You're just a baby. You don't know anything about gendered deodorants. Khaleesi wears a bow tie because gender roles are out. And girls should be able to order from the dude side if they want to. It's fucking like soap shit that you put under your armpits. Can we stop taking it so seriously? Let people have what they want. Assigned male at birth people also don't have to... Khaleesi, your butthole's just right in the shot, huh? Thank you. Assigned male at birth people also don't have to go to a specific doctor because of their sex organ situation. Until I get my stuff all rerouted, I still have to go to a gynecologist, and that sucks because it's just extra money. It's just extra, like, you know, the assigned male at birth people don't have a penis doctor. They just go to their regular doctor if they got problems with their penis. There's so much fur in my face. This is your fault. It's all your fault. Let me tell you about the biggest scam in history, and that is purses. Growing up wearing women's pants, the pockets are just non-existent, and I didn't realize this until I hung out with dude friends of mine. Dude pockets in dude pants, you can fucking fit like a cell phone, a DS, a picnic lunch, fucking everything fits in that shit. Women's pockets are so small, and I always wondered why. But, ready? Ready for this? It's Big Purse. Big Purse is putting money in the pockets of the people who make pockets, women's pockets. They make the pockets small on purpose so that women will buy purses. If women can fit all their shit in their pockets, they don't need a purse. So they do it so that you'll spend money on this big old fucking bag you gotta carry around. That's bullshit. Fellow queers have gotten around this by having backpacks instead. But it still sucks. Even before I knew I was a dude, I would buy dude pants because the pockets was just so much better. And also the pants just felt so much better on me, and I wouldn't discover why until later. But that's a whole other story. Yeah, all the women's things are more expensive, but you know what we should do? We should pay them less. So yeah, I hadn't thought to talk about that subject when I was filming the video before. But thought about it now, so I waited a few days. I released this video to my patrons, and then was like, oh shit, you know what? I'm gonna go back and film this part. So, yeah, okay. Past Jesse with a weaker haircut than me. By all means, lead us out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Yeah, we'll see when the next one of these comes out. I'm settled in my new apartment. I'm feeling great. I'm honestly, guys, I'm just like the most happy and relaxed I've been in my entire life. I'm becoming comfortable in my body, and I'm living in a new city, and this is opportunity. I'm really excited because I have a space to myself, and now I can just like focus on streaming and making YouTube videos and voice acting, recording auditions. I've been fucking thriving. I don't know if you follow me on social media, but I talk about it a bit, where I'm achieving my dreams and just going, just cranking out all the good shit. I'm cranking out a lot of shit. I won't stop pooping, and you can't stop me. You can't stop me from pooping. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.